Hey YouTube, what's up? Light Sport Pilot here. Just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about the new third class medical reform that was just passed. And I'm sure most of y'all, well, everybody's already heard about this. This has been going on for several years now. AOPA, EAA has been trying to get this legislation pushed through, uh, get this reform done, and just had a really hard time. But finally, they got it included in this operating extension, and it passed. And I just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what's included in this, what I think the pros and cons are on the aircraft specifications that you would be allowed to fly under this new reform. It would be aircraft up to 6 seats, up to 6,000 pounds, with no limitations on horsepower, number of engines. Okay, the flight rules is day and night VFR and IFR allowed. You'd be able to carry up to 5 passengers now. Our medical training, pilots must take a free online course every 2 years, and there's some other stuff that's included in with that, and we'll get to that in a second. And at last but not least, altitude restriction would be up to 18,000 feet MSL. To qualify, of course, you need to hold a current valid driver's license, and you have to have held a valid FAA medical certificate or special insurance within the past 10 years. If you have not, then you still have to go see an AME at least one time to get either one of those issued, and then from then on you will not have to see an AME again. Once every 4 years you'll need to visit a state licensed physician. What this means is it's just a regular family practitioner. It's not an AME. You will be providing your doctor with what's called an FAA generated checklist, and we don't know what this is going to be yet, but they'll have this list that you can print off their website probably. And you'll need your physician to certify that he or she has performed an examination and that you went through all the items in this checklist that you've printed off, including your medications and whatnot. And he has to certify that he's unaware of any medical conditions presently treated that could interfere with your ability to safely operate an aircraft. And you need to make a note of this visit, your logbook, and include a completed checklist that you went over with your doctor in your logbook also. But you don't have to report the outcome of this visit to the FAA unless you're specifically requested to do so. That sounds kind of weird to me, but we'll see how this all works out. And of course, on top of this, every 2 years you'll need to take an online training on our medical factors, and you keep that certificate in your logbook also. You know, a lot of people's been asking the question, why isn't there a driver's license medical standard for this, for PPL, like there is right now for SPL? And the AOPA says, well, you know, to be blunt, we were forced to make a choice. We just couldn't get that passed through. We couldn't get enough support for using driver's license medical for this new reform that we wanted to do, which in my understanding was what they set out to do. You know, that was their intent in the beginning. Of course, the FAA did not respond to the petition back in 2012. You know, they didn't want to make any rulemaking on it or whatever, so AOPA decided to go try to get support in Congress and get it pushed through that way, which they were able eventually to do. But in the process, it all got changed up to where now you still have to go see an AME. And you know, to me, this is just more extra money. You know, even though if they say you're only going to have to do it once, you're still going to have to pay. And I know that a lot of people out there has had to go through a special issuance, and it costs hundreds of dollars to get this done. You know, it's just ridiculous the amount of money you have to spend. And that's one reason why I went the SPL route. Was I just couldn't afford to go get that done, you know, and then have to do it over and over and over again, and which cost me extra money where I had to drive out of state for 2 hours to get the training because nobody in my area rented a light sport aircraft, you know. But I know it's not perfect, but I think I'm really disappointed. I think they could have done a lot better. Don't get me wrong. I'm really happy for the guys it's going to help. You know, I think it's really going to boost general aviation. And I know we just had Oshkosh, and they had huge attendance, and they said they seemed to be it seemed to be really upbeat this year and a lot of enthusiasm, which I was really glad to hear. So just kind of my take on it. I know I didn't go over all of the different issues and things that's in this, but please, if you have any thoughts on this, you know, comment in the section below. If you like this channel, please subscribe, smack the like button. Hey, just want to hear from you guys, see what you think. Appreciate all the comments and views that you have given me on this channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep the shiny side up.